For this example, we're asked to write a method named maxLength that accepts as a parameter a set of strings and that returns the length of the longest string in the set. And if your method is past an empty set, it should return 0. First thing that we're going to do is look at this case right here. If the method is past an empty set, it should return 0. We're writing our method as public static, and it's going to be an int because it has to return an int with the length of the longest string. And our method is called maxLength. We're passing in a set type string, and we're just going to call that s. So the base case is if method is past an empty set, it should return 0. So we're just going to make an if statement here. If the size equals 0, we're going to return the size, which is 0. Next, we have to look through the set. To do this, we need to make an iterator. So we're going to do iterator of type string, and we're just going to call it it. And we have to set that equal to s.iterator. So it iterates through the set, which we labeled s. From here, we have to track the length of the largest string in our set. We're going to initialize this to 0, and then we're going to start comparing our strings. We're going to do while it dot has next. So while this iterator has a next value, it will assign a temporary value to it dot next. While it dot has next, so while this set has values, this loop will run. Inside of the loop, we have string temp is equal to it dot next. What this does is it makes a placeholder for the first value in our set. So if we look at our example right here, we create the set and we add these strings inside of it. We're going to print this out, so it's going to look like this. And after we run this, after putting it into our method, after we print it out, it should tell us the length of that string. What it.next does is it grabs whatever string is next. Since it's a hash map, or it's a hash set, it stores the strings randomly. So it's just going to get a random string that is stored in our set, and it's going to store it in temp. We're going to compare temp's length, temp.length. We're going to compare that to our current max. Currently our max is 0, so max is going to be assigned temp.length. If our first iterator value, if the first value here got this string, the longest string, it would assign that to max. If the next value it pulled was short string, it wouldn't do anything since this string is longer than this string. And it holds it in there until there is no more values in the iterator. And after that, it will return the length of the max string. And so our max string here, the longest string here is of the length 30.